Uh, all right, let's do the rest of this body cam footage. I genuinely have no concept of what's going to be coming up in this footage at this point. But what I've seen so far is pretty disturbing. A grown ass man pretending that he's got two Gregs that are going to come over at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, son. And freaking out about his wife being in cuffs. Probably more so because he thinks he might be in cuffs next. I'm making an assumption there. All right, let's see where we go with this. That's so sad that she literally has no idea what's going on. She knows her entire world is about to change, probably. It's got to be terrifying to believe that everybody you trusted in, all of these parents, adults, family, friends, were actually harming you. That I can't even imagine the amount of deprogramming these kids are going to have to go through. Where's her sister? Where's her sister? She's hiding in the house.
Do you go to school? Or would you rather not talk?
Fuck's sake, Ruby. These kids are afraid of authorities. Oh my god. You pulled them out of school. You isolated them. You made them do child labor. I can't even with this bullshit. I feel so sad for these kids. If I had a larger house, I would fucking take care of all of them. that dude is so fucking loud that she, sitting on that bench, can literally hear his interview with the cops and is now learning for the first time that her younger siblings were detained in bondage and malnourished. And that might not be totally clicking in her head yet, but it looks like it's kind of happening because she's crying, right? Whereas before she was just hiding behind this bully who is trying to protect this ring of child abuse.
Were you in a car accident that wasn't your fault? Find legal. Sure, absolutely. I don't see a problem with that. Shuffle around.
She wants to sit as far away as possible, probably because she's already had her entire life on video, and it's really sad that this is like the final stand, right?
That's what I was saying before. You're welcome to have a seat if you'd like. I bet after... Did you just mow the lawn today?
I did live it back today.
I bet it's pretty tender then.
Yeah.
Did they do reconstructive surgery or?
I did a tendon repair here.
Oh, really?
And then I had to scrape some dead bone out of the front of this and
Ouch.
do a bone graft from my heel and from they got cartilage from the cadaver and all this stuff.
All sorts of new pieces and sounds like pain.
Cartilage from your cadaver? No, from somebody else's cadaver, right? You had a transplant. Wasn't from your cadaver, you'd be dead. What the hell?
Process.
Yeah. So these Springville officers, they need to talk to Pam. And then I don't really know what's going on. I don't have any idea. Did you guys talk to Pam already?
Alright, sir, so I have a question for you. Pam already told me that the house, can we ask for her to come outside as well? Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Second crowd.
You can go with him.
My back backwards.
You can sit
at this point, we're waiting for a phone call to let us know what we need to do at this point.
Did you guys get to talk to Pam?
We have no idea what's going on. That's what I just told him. We were just told to come up here and see if they were here. That's all we're here for.
Okay.
Is Pam here?
She's sitting in that
the back of the car.
in handcuffs in that car. Tie these before I trip her. So are more people coming, or you're just waiting for a call?
There's Springville officers on their way. Is the information that we have, okay?
Whoa, man. Crazy.
And they probably will be here in 10 to 15 minutes.
I can just see more and more guys showing up. And girls.
Well, that's what's gonna happen. I already
so
told
crazy.
you that.
I know,
Right?
I mean more than a couple, right?
Oh, I don't know how many officers. I would assume
I
very
mean, this
many.
is like what happens when there's like some big drug bust or something. You know, I do have, I've done a lot of background. You can run a background on me. You know,
Not too concerned
I had
with
to do that for the VA several times. Been drug tested, been everything.
Yep. Well, they have to do their proper investigation, okay? Maybe not necessarily into you, but for whatever their case is about, okay?
You should be investigating him. He's acted shady as shit throughout this interaction.
Is that the only way to detain someone is to put them in handcuffs in a police car?
No, sir, I already explained it to you, okay?
Explain what?
The reason why she's in the back of the car right now. Okay, do you want me to re-explain it to
Well,
you?
I was just asking you.
No,
if
sir,
there
that's
was,
not.
I was asking
that's not
you
the only way to
if there's
detain a
another
person.
way. What's another way to detain someone?
So if I were to tell you you're being detained right
Oh my god, seriously, dude. You can literally be detained in an interview room and told that you are not allowed to leave without being cuffed. Do you not watch any true crime? I mean, fuck's sake, dude. I would not be hostile with cops right now in your situation.
now, you'd be detained right there. Does that make sense?
Why can't she?
Because she cannot be talking to anyone else. She cannot be on her phone. Her policy, she has to be
I
in
have
here.
her phone.
I understand that, okay? I've already explained it to you. There's officers on their way who are going to talk to her. Like I said, we all have limited information. We're assisting officers. I do not know the background of the case, but obviously it's serious enough for her to be detained, okay? And for the children to be present. Alright? If I had more information, I'd give it to you, but I don't.
This guy is such a clown. Where does he think he's protecting you from? kind of assholes are you that you actually have these kids come over and clean your house and you're not like giving them, like some at least $5 an hour or something? Literally, you should be like fucking paying these kids under the table at the very least. But instead, you're like, oh, family emergency. Sure, we can take them and put them to work. We'll put them to work while there's a family emergency going on. Nice work, assholes. Being a teenage girl and overhearing a conversation that your two younger siblings were discovered this morning detained in bondage and malnourished, and that's why you've been swatted and you're going to be taken away from the situation that you're in right now, because they don't trust them either. And rightly so. They shouldn't trust them, because they were aware that this was happening and they fucking looked the other way. Allegedly. By the way, Pam tried to get custody over Sherry and did not. And I can only assume that they had some concerns over the fact that they were making these teenage girls do free labor for them by cleaning her house and shit. And the fact that there were allegations from Jody's niece that Pam was a watcher and was completely aware that this shit was going down. I sincerely hope there's charges against this couple too.
Those two are police officers, right? Mm-hmm. And they were just checking to make sure that these girls were here and that they're okay.
Us or them?
Them.
So they're part of a bigger organization than we are. They're major crimes from Utah County. So they're a little bit higher on the echelon. They got called here in case we needed assistance.
I don't think you're going to need assistance.
Right? I think we can handle it, right? No, they're just checking.
Is your backyard fairly steep, or is it flat?
Well, it's got hills.
Has it got
Around
hills?
3/4 of an acre.
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw that the east side of your yard is a pretty good drop off there.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah. I was just wondering if your backyard was hilly as well.
It's got some hills.
Yeah. Probably be fun for like a slip and slide.
Yeah.
Would it be good for a slip and slide?
Sledding.
Oh, yeah. I bet. That would be way fun. Oh, very good.
It's wild how her accent goes between southern and northern. Like sometimes she sounds like she's from the northern states, and sometimes she sounds like she's got a southern accent. I'd be curious to know her background because she's switching back and forth like nothing. I do have to say that when you get unedited raw body cam footage, there's gonna be a lot of waiting. But I know that the two girls left with the Child Protective Services, and ultimately went into the custody of Sherry, despite being so brainwashed that they actually asked for to stay with Jody. Which, oh my God, girls, oh my God. But that's where they landed, right? I hope that we at some point see them go get their belongings and their shoes and shit.
You guys want to drink the water?
It's very kind of you. We're okay.
I got it in the fridge in the garage. Is it closer?
Well, thank you. I've got water in my vehicle. Thank you, though. Do you girls need water? No? Okay. Do you just play city volleyball? Or do you play for school? Do you play club at all? No? How long have you been playing volleyball? You like it? Yeah, what position do you usually play? No? You guys kind of rotate? You rove? Is that what you call it? Rove around? That's cool. That's awesome. I played volleyball back in the day too. Super fun. And you play... Is that right? Okay. Sweet. Is your season over or are you just getting started? Is it? How'd you guys do? Yeah? Good. Do they do it by age bracket? Is it skill level or bracket? Okay. What was your age bracket? Okay. Very good. Are there girls that like play on your same level then? Like skill level wise. That's awesome. It's hard sometimes when you get stuck in an age bracket. Some people don't live up to. You're like, yeah, we had some of those too. Do you guys play cities just... How does that work? Playing for city leagues? Okay. Do you guys do any sort of like, I don't know what they call it, like competitions to where you play other cities too? No? You just play each other? That's fun. Sweet. What's your favorite position to play? You just like to play? That's awesome. Well, you're so tall. I definitely did. Yeah, you're super tall. You walked out and I was like, wow. It makes sense. You play volleyball. Are you gonna try to play like No. Not for the school teams. Just a hobby, just for fun. All good, as long as it stays fun and they're not doing it because you feel like it's a chore, right? Do you go? You're not in public school? Do you do homeschool? Yeah.
You see where she's going with this. So she's doing the same sort of interrogation technique where she's building rapport first. Hey, what about all this volleyball bullshit that you do? Right? Oh, by the way, are you homeschooled? What's that all about? Can you tell me a little bit more about this? Can you tell me about this situation? So apparently she's probably been somewhat briefed on the situation at this point. But she might be one of the better officers for building rapport, and so they're sending her back in to try and collect more information, right?
Did you teach yourself or did someone teach you? Half and half? That's awesome. Can you braid other people's hair too? Oh, very good. I feel like sometimes a lot of people, they can either braid them on themselves or braid other people's hair, but they can't do both. So that's really cool. Yep, I'll have to go with you, and he can stand by too if he doesn't want me in his house without. Yep, I have to go with you too. She just needs to grab her shoes. Where are your shoes at in the house? They're in the back of the house? Okay.
Like in the kitchen. Back by the door.
Or he can grab them. You want to grab them? If you can get up on that sore ankle. Dang it.
Yeah, maybe you should just go with it.
Okay. If you try to run, we will chase you.
Ooh.
Are you both going in? Is that what you're asking?
Did you want to grab your shoes or no? Do you want them to wait? Okay.
Okay. Whoa. If you try to run, we will chase you. Okay. Rapport building session over. Look, we're not fucking around. You will be coming with us, and this weirdo that's watching you right now is not going to have custody of you. Oh my God. If you try and run, we will chase you. You're coming with us whether you like it or not.
Him? I'm not going to cuff him. No thanks. I couldn't cuff anyone right now with this ankle.
What'd you do to him?
That stupid motherfucker is more concerned about his reputation than the safety and healthy living environment for these little girls that are teenagers. He's like, oh, but my neighbors are gonna think things of me. Well, maybe you shouldn't have been doing dumbass shit to little children. You know, if you're concerned about your reputation, then don't be a bad dude.
Surgery. I couldn't even cuff my grandkids.
What an asshole.
Oh, you did? What'd you do there?
That's a correctional officer.
Oh, really? How's
If you look at the back end of their front walkway, the sun is rising. So this is not 6:30 p.m. This is 6:30 a.m. that these events are taking place. Between like depending on the timeline here. This is like 6:30 a.m. through like 7, maybe a little bit past. So this shit happened really early in the morning. And in fact, the last video I watched on this that reminded me of this is that the neighbor of Jody Hildebrandt who discovered Russell Franke, bound by duct tape and begging for food and water and police assistance. The description was it was very early in the morning and they were watching, dusk come in. If you look at beyond that walkway in front of what's her face? Pam, I can't remember her last name right now. If you look there, you can see the sun rising over the tree line. So, like, basically, they had already, horizon had already happened, dawn had already happened, but there's a tree line. So the sun is not coming up over the tree line until a little bit later in the day. And the female officer established that it was 6:30 in the morning. That's the timeline we're looking at. That's actually a pretty fast fucking reaction time, to be real with you. So it sounds like Russell Franke escaped in the dead of night. It was probably 4:35 in the morning that he got out that window on the porch and started looking for a neighbor who would help him.
that?
I only did it for 8 years. Then I went to nursing.
Oh, okay. Were you in laundry the whole time?
I was in the mail room at first, and then they put me in laundry, and then just left me there, and I ran laundry. It wasn't a good place to work.
No. I wouldn't want to be stuck inside all the time, all day long.
Okay, we got someone coming up. Can't tell, because
Wonderful. It's great.
They blocked you guys, though.
It's fine.
It's alright, I can round myself out.
That's why they got in the truck.
They don't have one of those giant bumpers on there, though.
It's all bulletproof and it's pretty heavy. It'll get through there.
Okay, so is this Springville?
Yeah.
Yes.
Girls, I have no clue what's going on, and I don't know what's going to happen. So the worst thing we can do is try to fight it. So you gotta just go with it, whatever, and then sort it out. I don't know how that's going to happen. So we'll see what they say.
So we have no clue really what's even going on.
I don't know.
How long have they been here?
An hour? I don't know. How long has it been?
Oh, I don't know. Don't look at me.
How long have
Them.
the girls been here?
Oh, here at the house?
Yeah, how long have you guys had custody of them?
I think it was around, because I mowed the back lawn. I got done, I think, was it about 2? Did you guys get here at 2? 2? I don't know if I have anything on here that would tell me. I was out there for 3.5 hours. It took me with this ankle to mow the backyard. 3.5 hours. And yesterday I did that side, my wife did that side. But you don't move very fast with that.
Yeah, I bet.
3.5 hours, I think I started. I don't know what time it was. It's probably about 2 or 3. What time is it now?
Probably 7.
7:20. I think it was about 3. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I don't pay attention to the time now that I'm retired. I don't really.
I'll say that in about 15 to 20 years.
I started my retirement, the state retirement, on September 1st, in a couple of days. Just 8 years. But how many do you have?
I mean, I have.
What's going on now? It's all redacted.
Can't afford a lawyer. One could be willing to represent you for any question. You start answering questions now without having counsel present, and they stop answering questions at any time.
So, should I make sure I have an attorney? I don't even know what I'm in trouble for.
So it's not so much that you're in trouble. We're just trying to get answers about the Frankie family.
So, excuse me, but the officer said that they just had to make sure that the girls came on their own free.
So she was read her Miranda rights during this interview. That to me would say that there is a possibility that they might come back for her.
Will, and that they were healthy and they were okay, which they did.
Sure.
They came to clean my house.
Before we get any further, I want to make sure, do you understand those rights that I explained to you?
Yeah, I understand.
Do you understand them? Are you okay answering some questions for me?
I don't know if I am or not. Can I talk to my husband? I've never had this ever happen before.
At this point, you're not, as far as we know, you're not in any trouble. At this point, we're trying to figure out what's going on, how the girls got here, all that kind of stuff. So that's mostly what we want to talk to you about at this point. So
you're not going to jail.
Great.
No, not for having to just come clean up my house.
So if you want to have an attorney present, that's totally your choice. That's your right. But we can't tell you yes or no whether you need that, right? That's only something
I can't talk to my husband and ask him. I mean, I just have never done this before. I have no idea. I'm just like shaken. I don't know what's going on. I had them come over and do some, I've never had handcuffs in my life put on me.
Right. A lot of times.
And I don't even understand why I did everything he asked me to do. And
it's
you
an
put
officer
handcuffs
safety
on.
thing. It's just sometimes, because here's the thing, right?
Pam, why are you having teenage girls come over and do work for you for free? Why are you doing that? You think that's cool? To exploit child labor?
He doesn't know you, right? He's never interacted with you. We've had people that have gone completely from like a normal level to all of a sudden going crazy and assaulting and things like that. So it's more of a.
I get that.
It's not to get you in trouble. It's not to scare you. It's just keep things calm, especially when he was here by himself, right? If you're here at the house and someone else came out, it's more. It's just that you can sit there. Okay. Are you okay to just answer some questions?
So, when you came to the door, you asked, brought it right out. He didn't even know it was there, and I said, hey, what about? I don't know. All we care about. I said, well, it's in the house, right?
At this point, like I told you before, these are the ones that you need to talk to. Because I'm not the one that's investigating your case.
So let me give you a little bit of backstory of how this all ended up happening. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a call from St. George Police Department because there are.
By the way, she looks totally like she's about to entertain friends from Costa Rica, right? Like, she's showered, her hair's done. No. What a bullshit story.
Siblings of were found down there in a pretty distraught condition. That information came to us. We went to Springville, the address they have in Springville. No one's there. And so then we kind of do some follow-up. We find out that the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then someone said that you had came and picked her up. So based on the conditions that the other kids were found.
Yeah, it makes sense. We're concerned about them.
Right,
Yeah.
and we don't know you.
Right.
We don't know what your involvement is with them. We don't know any of that. And DCFS has been wanting to take these girls into custody. Not into state custody.
Yeah. I don't know everything that's happening, but we'll do whatever you want to do. I mean,
I just am curious, is there a reason that you went and picked her up today?
yeah.
What was the reason you went and got her today?
She's going to come clean at my house.
She's going to come clean. Is that something that regularly happens?
Yeah, she comes and cleans, or she comes and cans. She comes and does weeds and stuff, and I have company coming tonight from
Costa Rica.
Yes, DC.
Tonight. So this happened in the morning, you guys. This happened in the morning, which means they actually picked up those girls the day before. Their timeline is not adding up. Come on, police agencies. Are you looking at this footage and analyzing it?
Oh, that was insane. So one of my neighbors, that would be embarrassing. Yeah. So my friend called me and she said, hey, I have a family emergency. I'm going to St. George.
How's it going?
We're both here.
Just for situational awareness, though. She occasionally walks up to the younger one and whispers something in her ear. So if you are going to talk to him separately, because I think she might be coaching her.
How are they, like, temperament-wise?
I haven't talked to her yet.
Sounds
The
like
girls?
they've been good.
Girls have been melancholy. They're just sitting on the porch having really said the words out. They whisper stuff to each other.
Yeah. Older sister was saying that they might be rough. Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong? I was thinking she was going to run, but she changed her mind. I think she had that
So they're
somewhere in the house.
for, like, hiding?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
So it sounds like when they got here, they asked. She's like, she's in the living room now, and then they kept talking a little bit. She's like, well, why aren't you looking? So I don't think we have.
You're obviously friends with them.
And they come to my house all the time. Well, not all the time, but I mean, they live in Springville. I go down there and like I taught them how to make jelly. Yeah, I mean, no, not Spanish Fork. It's past Spanish Fork.
Santa Quinn?
We went to the Rollies barn right after I picked her up.
Okay, so probably Santa Quinn.
Yeah, that's Santa Quinn.
Okay.
That's it. Almost in the iconic type area.
Yeah.
Okay. And she was at the Ace. And did you call both the girls and say, hey, your mom told me to come get you?
No.
Okay. How did you contact them to know where they were at?
I just went to the pool and said, hey, they have a family emergency. Can I pick up? She said, sure. So I just said, family emergency. Your mom said you could come help me clean today. She said, okay.
Okay. And how did you get contact to pick her up?
Ruby just told me she'd be at the Ace Hardware.
Oh, okay. So Ruby told you where to go to.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So they've been here all day. We went.
Wow, you guys. You know, the thing is,
hey y'all, it's Leader Hakeem.
The thing is that if you're helping out a friend with a family emergency by watching their kids, you don't put them to work cleaning your floors. You put them on the couch watching a Disney movie. What a sick piece of shit she is.